My favorite song on my album is Girl. Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl here at iHeartRadio. Today we are joined by the one and only Normani. Let's give it up!
Oh my gosh, guys.
We've got the whole crew here. We're excited to have you back. I mean, us, the fans, iHeart. How do you feel being back in action? Have you missed it?
I really have. You know, I'm glad that we're outside. These are definitely better days.
Yes.
We outside.
Now, you've been putting out a lot of music. You're working on your album, but you said you really took your time on this album.
Yeah.
What do you think
What do
you think took the longest to perfect?
I wouldn't even necessarily say perfect, more than just having life to live and experience real things that I actually wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the personal growth that I've had in my personal life really translates in the music, and you'll be able to hear that, which was important for me because I know that a lot of people would have thought, oh, she should have put the album out during like motivation era, but I had so much to discover and so many layers to peel back to really get to know myself in a way where I felt confident being able to introduce the most authentic version of myself to the world.
Yeah, that's powerful. I mean, you said this was your most vulnerable to date. Yeah. Why do you think that is? You just felt like it was now the time to share that?
I think the record chose me, to be completely honest. And then this being so close to my own personal experience, I wanted to give my fans the opportunity to really come down to me. You know, this is what it looks like when I'm hurt. This is what it looks like when my heart is broken, when I feel betrayed, the same way that everybody else feels at some point in life. And just for them to know that I'm a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that this record also captures just the growth that I've had, you know, from a motivation. And then you have like Wild Side and then Fair. It just shows the range as well, which is always so important. Like, I'm a Gemini, I get bored fast.
Me too.
So when's your birthday?
June 8th.
Okay, May 31st.
Okay. Ooh,
Yes.
so you're like, the May, June Gemini.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about Fair for a second. Because when I first listened to the words, the lyrics of the song, I'm coming off 1 year of like a really bad breakup.
How did you do it?
You know,
The first few months are like,
they're rough. And like, I don't think until you really go through something like that, you feel like no one understands.
Yeah.
And so hearing those lyrics, I'm curious, what headspace were you in when you were writing that?
I was honestly, I feel like trying to mask how I felt because I went in that day wanting to create an up-tempo.
Ooh.
And I remember it was raining, we were in LA, and I went in with Harv, Felicia, and Abby, and which are the writers, and Harv is the producer of the record. And it took everything in me to get out of bed and go create.
Damn.
It took everything, but I'm glad that I did. And I say that the record found me because I went in with something in mind. I'm like, let's create this record with energy and tempo. Like, let's do something fun to try to get me out of how I felt. But we ended up with Fair, which to me is just beautiful that I'm able to turn pain into gold, and I'm proud of that.
I feel like now when it comes to dating and relationships, I have so many other learnings that now when I go into it, it's almost like I'm looking for a wiser love. Yes, I'm curious for you, what is something that you feel like you'll no longer tolerate maybe in your next relationship?
Oh man, I think for me it's definitely boundaries, but I think that has a lot to do with my own doing. You know, it's kind of like at the end of the day, we have ourselves to blame, but also the other person may have also done you wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't like pointing the finger. You know, I look back and reflect and see what I could have done differently in terms of standing up and showing up for myself better. And so I would definitely say boundaries in any of my relationships, not just in my romantic relationship, but just friendships. Like
and work too, especially, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I love to make people feel good, you know? And sometimes
I know you already made me feel good coming in.
Even if I have to suffer, I'm just like, I care a lot about how I make people feel, especially with my character, because that's what I have at the end of the day is my name brought me into this world, and that's how I'm going to leave. So that means a lot to me.
One thing I also want to talk about too is the visuals. Like when people release music, it's not just the music and the lyrics, but it's also you're telling a story, and the visuals of Fair especially were so raw and vulnerable. And I feel like, tell me a little bit about the creative direction, but also you're really close with your team too.
Yes.
Did that sort of help move the process along of the story that you want to tell with the visuals?
Well, I wanted to go for something very stripped and raw where you actually see Normani, you know? And it was something totally different from what you see on Instagram, which is what I'm comfortable with and used to, is being like bossy and confident and like this bad bitch energy. But I really wanted to just start with the basics and allow that to be enough, you know? Like what you see on the cover feels like me at the core.
Speaking of bad bitch, I've seen you perform live.
Speaking of bad bitch,
we've all seen the videos. You can dance, like such a talent. I'm curious for this new era that feels maybe a little slower, a little more raw. Have you thought at all about the choreography, or like you mentioned, the music videos? Is that going to be a reflection too?
Yeah, I've shot the music video, and I'm really excited to put this piece out just because it's so different from anything that I've ever done in life. Yes, I feel like it's like something that I'm the most proud of, and I'm tapping into my acting skills. For me, it was very triggering because I worked with an acting coach and like really trusted her. Her name is Normani, and I felt incredibly safe with her.
Oh, that's important.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was amazing, but also sad at the same time, because it's like looking back at the footage and seeing what state I was in and me telling my story, I actually kind of felt like that for myself in moments, you know?
Yeah.
But it was definitely healing. And
so how do you feel right now, like in this moment, like looking back again? Because you're right, it's crazy to think, to see yourself 3 months past something that happened, 6 months, a year. How do you feel in this moment?
I feel like I'm taking it a day at a time, girl. I'm taking it a day at a time. I'll probably be single for a while, you know. I'm not looking. If you find me, you know where I am. But yeah, I'm getting back to myself.
Yeah.
And relearning myself and just enjoying where I am now and having rest in that, you know. I think also the pressures of getting older that society puts on us, and it's like wanting to be married and kids, which I have a lot to do before that happens, but still, you know, we as women, I feel like often every little girl's dream. But I'm grateful for the experiences and lessons that I have learned in all of my relationships.
10 years in the industry, you know, you go through the, you know, this very public group, and then you take some time off, you're releasing your own music now. I'm curious, if you were to go back to the beginning when you first started, is there anything that you would change?
I would be kinder to myself throughout the process. Honestly, I would grant myself a lot more grace than I did. I've been incredibly critical and hard on myself for a very long time. And not because I want to, but I think that also the pressure that's put on Black women is a lot different than anybody else's experience. And it's like, if the world's not so kind to you, then you have to at least be kind to yourself, like, and show up for yourself and give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate yourself. I don't celebrate myself enough, ever.
Well, we'll do it for you here.
Oh my God.
I'm curious for other Black women out there who are watching this video, who see you and are so inspired by you. What if you could send them one message right now and maybe coming into this new era, what would it be?
It would definitely be, don't be afraid to be loud. Don't be afraid to be seen. I think for a very long time, I was petrified of being too seen, you know, and that we're so much more capable than the world gives us credit for. And that being resilient and fighting, it'll all be worth it. It can be draining, girl. It can definitely be draining, but just hang in there. Hearts didn't break down the middle. Tell me, how did that happen?
So we thought we could do a quick rapid fire game, start and get to know you a little better. Do you like games?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So this is fill in the blank. So really quick, the first thing that comes to your head. Are you ready?
Yes.
I never leave the house without.
I never leave the house without. Oh my gosh, this is like rapid fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I never leave the house without a sweet.
Oh, really? You have a sweet tooth?
It's so bad.
What's your go-to?
Really bad. Krispy Kreme.
Oh, when they're hot
Krispy
and fresh?
Kreme over, okay,
I can't handle that.
y'all might like yell at me since I'm in New York, but Krispy Kreme over Dunkin'.
How dare you say
I
that?
know, I'm so sorry. Please, I could eat a whole dozen by myself.
They're so good.
Especially when they're hot, oh my gosh.
The song I have on repeat right now is?
Song I have on repeat, Normani by Rosalia.
Oh, I love Rosalia.
That album is so good.
Oh my, we need that Rosalia collab. I feel like you two would.
I want to so bad. Let's create, girl. The vision will be out of this world.
Out of this world. I'm currently binge watching
Flavor of Love.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Skip, repeat, or cover. Peaches, Justin Bieber, Kiss Me More, Doja Cat, Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo.
You said skip, repeat,
Or cover.
oh no, I don't want to skip one. Peaches, I can't skip. That's my bro. Harv on the production. I'm gonna have to say repeat.
Love.
Cover. What were the other two?
Driver's License and Kiss Me More. I know, it's tough.
I'm covering both.
You can cover them both. And in fact, we need that. Okay, 2 more. My celebrity crush is?
My celebrity crush. Ooh, Prince Naveen from Princess and the Frog. See how I did that?
My God.
I'm slick.
I love that movie too. Okay, last one is my favorite song on my album is?
Girl.
You know I had to sneak in
Oh my
there.
God. And you see I almost said something. Almost got me. Very close. Very close.
Y'all, Normani, everyone, let's get up more time. This is so fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And of course, thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream Fair by Normani. That's out now. We can't wait to see everything coming. Normani, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. This is great. You almost got me.
I truly was like, hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.